So at this point you should have your character modeled. Something like this, right? So I just got basic. Sort of looks like you would have clothes, that sort of thing. Okay. What I'm going to need to do is I want to texture him and what have you. So I need to UV him. So we're going to go UV editor, and you will notice. So yours probably is all jimmer-jammered. I actually did a step ahead and then I tried to undo and whatever. But anyway, but it's probably going to be all messed up. So what you want to do is we're going to create new UV. So I want you to go to a front view of your model. So tap spacebar, and then you're going to open up the create. If you don't have UV toolkit, just go to tools and it'll say show UV toolkit. And it should pop up. It might be a separate panel if it's like over here. If you don't like that, I'm not a big fan of it. You can just click and drag it. It'll snap in there. Anyway, so from the front view here, underneath create, just click camera base, and it's going to do a projection straight at it like that. Now I'm going to tap spacebar, and go back into perspective. All right, now what I want to do is basically just cut this guy up. So I'm going to cut him wherever basically the clotheslines are. And that's what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to try and match up where materials and things change. So I'm going to double click on the neck curve here, or the edge loop, and we're just going to go ahead and hit cut, and that will cut that. And if I click off, just so you see how it's white now, so that's now a cut. I'm going to cut where the sleeve is here. Come on, there we go, right? And then we will cut that. I'm going to cut his wrist because I need to have it separate from that for cylindrical purposes. And so you'll notice I didn't put symmetry on, which means I'd have to do this twice. And I'm going to go ahead and do it twice. And then, so cut. And then I'm going to go ahead and put symmetry, object X on, so it does it on both sides. So now if I cut this wrist, it'll cut on both sides. Okay, that's good. Now let's go to the shirt here and cut. So, and we'll go to the ankle here, and you can see it doesn't go all the way around, so hold shift, double click. Okay, I think we're all the way around now. Yep, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut. So cut his feet off. Okay, so I think we've got all the pieces basically cut into sections. Sorry about the dog. So that should be pretty good. So now what I want to do is put some more cuts in to make this make more sense. So I'm just going to actually start the feet since we're already down there. So I'm going to cut the bottom of the foot off. So boom, boom. I'm just double clicking. Just going to grab all of the edge loops of the bottom of the foot here. Let's just shrink this a little bit so it's a little bit easier to work with. So I have all of basically the sole of the foot, and then I'll hit cut. Good, so that'll be cut. And then what I want to do is cut this shoe up. But right now, if I try to unravel it, this is kind of cylindrical. Like this will be a nice flat plane, but this top won't be. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut the heel. So here and here. I need to go from the white to the white so that it'll slice there so that these parts can unfold. So I'm going to go there and cut. All right, and now we need to do the pants. So you can do the pants any number of ways, but the best way to kind of do this is to do it the same as shoes. So even what we did here with the shoes is somewhat similar. It's a little bit different, or do the same as clothes, sorry. I'm just going to do the pants like you normally would. So if you look at your pants, there's usually a seam right down the crotch here like this. So I'm just going to mimic. Wow, why does that not work? Okay. I don't understand I never double clicked anything. Okay, then it redid the double clicking. So my mouse is acting bad. So I'm just gonna, okay, I wasn't on that. There we go. Click, click. So I'm gonna grab all the way from this side, all the way around to the front, like that. I'm gonna cut it, and then I'm gonna cut the inseam. So I'm gonna go from the crotch, like that, down to here, and double click, and that'll grab that hole in the inseam, and we will cut. And I'm gonna grab the outer seam, so from here to here, and cut. And this way we'll end up with 4 panels, which is just the way that your pants are actually cut. So that'll make that a little bit better. And we actually didn't. I missed these here apparently. All right, so make sure those are all cut and cut. Good. Okay, so now I have them all. All right. And if you were to look at your sleeves, you'll notice that around the sleeve, there's a seam. So I'm going to go around the sleeve here, where my arm's coming out, and we'll cut it there. And then usually the seam on the bottom of the sleeve is right, come on, is right here. I'm going to grab that and cut. And apparently this guy must be a little bit asymmetrical, which is somewhat of a problem. So might have to manually cut some. Come on, middle mouse button click. Wow, it's, what is going on? Like I didn't do any of that. All right, let's try that again. Here and here. Okay, and cut. Okay, so I got the underarm and around cut. That's good. Now if you look at your shirt, right, it's usually a front panel and a back panel. So I'm just going to manually click it because for some reason this is not working super well. Okay, so that worked. And I'm just going to grab all of the seams that are the front to the back. Okay, so those, and we will cut. So now there'll be a front panel and a side, back panel on the shirt. Okay, so everything should lay out. The arms here are still a cylinder, so we need to cut the arm here. So I never clicked on that. Okay, click, 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 click. All right, so from there, I didn't double click. Okay, so like that, and cut. And let's see, did I do it on that side? I did. Okay, so I'm going to cut the back of the arm. And now I need to do the hands. So it's going to be, come on. I'm going to go here to here. And I'm just kind of double clicking each one of these. And let's see. Here to here. Click there. Come on. Please don't. There we go. Nope, apparently I didn't get that one. And apparently I didn't get that one. There. Basically, I got to go all the way from one side to the other side. And then cut. So that the cut hand is cut. Let's see if this one's... come on, middle mouse button. There we go. And... might need to get a new mouse. This mouse isn't working right. So that looks fine. Come on. Okay. And so those will all slice up fine. Now what I'm going to do is the head. So the head's going to be a little bit different. What we're going to do is go up. I'm going to hold shift as I click and go up. And all the way up to here. And you see where we have this 3 side panels? Like this would be one part of the box, and this would be the back panel of the box, and then this would be the side panel of the box. So I want you to go up the center of the back of the head. Then once you get to here, where it divides, and then come across here like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna hit 4 because it looked like I might have, maybe I didn't select anything else. Okay, and 5 again. There it goes. Okay, and then you'll see that basically it's kind of like it looks like a field goal in football. So like that, and cut. And now we should have all of that basically set up. So I'm just going to go back in object mode. And now, if you were to look at this, he has all the cuts. So we're just going to grab the whole thing. I'm just going to right click, go to UV, grab all of them. Hopefully. Okay. And then we're done cutting and sewing. And I'm going to unfold. And it should give me all the pieces. They're probably going to be all on top of each other and what have you. That is fine. But I have all my pieces laid out. They look fine. And I'm going to go to Arrange and Layout, and I'm going to hit Layout, and that will lay them all out in a an area. Probably could have been optimized a little bit better, but we're going to call that good enough. All right, and that's good. So I'm going to save this, Control Shift S. I'll just save it to the desktop for now. Let's call this human guy UV. Okay, Continue. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and we're going to bring it into Mudbox. And then in Mudbox, we're going to sculpt it and texture it. And then that character will at that point be done. Okay. So I'm going to close this out. And you may or may not have the ability to export OBJs. Just to double check, go to Windows, Settings Preferences, Plugin Manager. You might need to turn it on. You're just going to scroll down until you see OBJ Export, and make sure Loaded and Auto Load is on. Once you click both those on, hit Close. And then with the model selected in Object Mode, go to File, Export Selection, and select Desktop here. Turn off these options. Make sure you choose OBJ Export, and then turn off these options. And then I usually just write to Mudbox. Okay. Now, if you already have Mudbox installed, then you can end the video now. If you don't, I'm just going to show you how to get to it. If you don't have it installed, the school should have it installed, but if they don't, you might have to do it on your own computer or something. But if you just go to Autodesk.com, it's the same way you installed Maya, basically. So if you've already have the student version of Maya, so go to Menu, and then you'll see Students and Educators. Select that. And then download free software. And how? So start now. And then it has these ones, but you can actually download more than those. So you can see View All Products. And then you'll see Maya Mudbox. So you would select Mudbox. And then all you would do is just download Mudbox. I don't care what version you download. Right now I think we have 2018, so if you want to keep it consistent. But you either have to sign into your account. If you already have Maya, then sign into it. Or create a new account, although you must have Maya in order to have done the thing we just did. And then download it, install it, and then the next video we're going to go through and sculpt and paint and what have you and finish the character. But you should be good to go.